Yes. So you are now, the recording is in progress.
Yeah.
So we have
Okay.
6 minutes more. And
Good.
then we are start. Yeah, they are there. We have
Okay.
a lot. We have 56 people around.
How many?
56.
Oh boy, that's good.
56.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let me give you a general view.
Yes. Oh, wow.
It's kind of a dog, and can be. And the trajinera is one of my students' family.
Oh, wow.
They've been doing this for ages. So it is a family business, and they are so proud of their I mean, this is cultural inheritance, and they are so proud of this. Yeah, sure, why not?
Nice. So maybe I really encourage the students to show yourself, for those who can, because you also would like to be seen by the Mexican students, huh? Yeah, yeah, super heart. Hello, Matt. Nice seeing you. June, please. Yeah, show yourselves so you can also get to learn to know the others here. Mhm. Maybe you will have now as a remembrance to our webinar, maybe your group can also construct this kind of boat for your mangrove, right? Uh-huh. I think it's good. Just a second, I'll just have a zip. So we have 3 minutes more. Hi, Romark. Nice seeing you. Hi. So more people. Alexa. Alexa, we will start in 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Right. May we start now? Okay. There you go.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We are so happy today. We have a special event, and I'm so glad to have this activity for students in Philippines. We know you are doing an excellent, a brilliant project there. So yeah, we'd like to share some of our cultural, can I say, cultural backgrounds, and more than that. So Xochimilco is a special and magic place, and you will see why we say that. So my name is Alejandra Rivera, and I've been working with Wings for, let's say, over a year. And teacher Sarita, joining you too. Congratulations on your project working there in Philippines. We know it's a very important project because your environment not to suffer from all these typhoons and hurricanes and everything like that. So we're going to show you what we do here in Mexico that might help your project grow a lot more, right? And we also have students with us and their parents. So I'm going to let the student present himself.
Hello, my name is, well, I'm Rafael. See, it's a very magic place, as my teacher said.
And we also have another student. Introduce yourself.
This is my name. My name is Azul. Today we talk about the good story of Mexico. I told you that the famous animal that is and another, and that's all.
Okay, Sal, can you introduce yourself, your name, your age, and introduce your father, please?
Hello, my name is Salvador. I have 16 years old, and
That's it. This is my father.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Ernesto Campos, soy padre de Salvador y les damos la bienvenida a nuestro amado y querido Xochimilco.
Thank you so much. So this is the owner of the boat and his family. They've been living in Xochimilco for
Yeah, we're having a bit of a problem with the
so yeah, generation after generation for how long? ¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos aquí? All life, since 1950s. And that porfa, la intro de Xochimilco, lo que habías preparado. Quítate el cubrebocas para que te puedan escuchar.
well, Xochimilco is a place that has so much history, and the history of Xochimilco is, well, Xochimilco is a place where used to live the Xochimilcas in pre-Hispanic times. 500 years ago, all Mexico City was a lake. Here wasn't air, it was just a lake. And Xochimilco was part of this lake. But when the Spaniards arrived in Mexico, they, ¿cómo se dice que se sacaron de la?
They dried the lake.
They dried the lake, and that's all. But Xochimilco is a part of this lake, that is still alive, and people here now it's like more for tourism, but that's all.
Okay, so here we go. And well, the idea is that please, in case you have questions, could you please text the questions on the chat so we can answer the questions at the end of the tour. And I think we are ready to begin. We are ready to begin, okay? So, Sarita, is there anything you would like to say?
Yes, well, I just want you to show you how complicated it is for us to get out from here. Because we are like in the parking boat, not parking lot, but we have lots and lots of boats here. Let me show you. So it will take a bit of time and lots of skills for the boats to take us out from here. Because as you can see there are already boats leaving this kind of parking lot. And I want to show you another thing. Every boat has a name. So we have, for example, Viva Lupita. Lupita is one of the most emblematic names here in Mexico. It represents the nickname of Virgen de Guadalupe, which is one of the patrons here in Mexico. We also have funny names like La Tóxica. La Tóxica is like a very toxic person, generally a girlfriend or like a boss. So as you can see, the people who drive these boats, or I don't know how to say that, move their feet and move each of the boats to take us out from here. So it requires a lot of skills and, of course, a lot of patience from our side to get out from this place, and a lot of movement. I'm going to get out from here because it's getting bumpy.
How do you call the boat?
Pardon me. Okay, let me. Now, the most interesting is the launching, because as you can see, it is so crowded, but they always manage to. We are about to begin. Okay, so yeah, listísimo, ready. And families, it is a typical family tour. Families and people from all around the world come to. Special. It's really special. Okay, I don't know if you had time to. The characteristics and the history Rafael was telling you, the origins of the lake and everything. Well, I hope we. So you are going to witness that is another family, and this kind of complicated. Okay. ¿Qué más podemos decir?
And as you can see, right. And as you can see, well, they are using their hands and their feet and everything, and a very long stick. This is a very long stick, right? So we are about to leave, and here our, how do you say, it's not the driver, salesperson, our sailor is already organizing how we're going to get a parking lot. So there goes one family out. And we're going to a chinampa. So do you have any definition of chinampa, guys?
We lost them.
Rafael was telling us that the definition of chinampa, he doesn't have it in English, he has it in Spanish, but it's an artificial platform created with earth and what else? And soil to cultivate or farm flowers or food. And
the fact that it's always wet.
okay,
Excuse me,
so I'm
Zara.
going
Excuse
to
me.
tell
Excuse
Rafael
me.
to explain this part to you. Sorry?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay now because you were covering the lens. Okay, now it's okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I'll let Rafael explain this to you.
Well, numbers are always wet because and that makes the soil to be it's always fertile. So they can here they can grow flowers or vegetables, more things like that. And trees in the chinampas that are called agujotes, and they have a special function in here. Ahorita, my partner Azul will tell you more about these trees, the agujotes.
Could we make the camera a bit stable? Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you. Yeah, because it's been moving the whole
I
time.
told you. Yeah, I told you that the famous animal in this part from Xochimilco, and there is the axolotl. There is a Mexican animal, Ambistra mexican. It's a salamander with the unusual characteristics of rating. It is leopard features in this adult life. This conditional, which is known as a necessary, means that it retains its topple dorsal speed. Now it's critically endangered according of the red list of the International Union of the Conversion of Natural because the special in its habit is overexploited. Teacher, ¿cómo le digo? Es sobreexplotado. Overexplode. The pollution is the most important of that from his habit. The axolotl is found only in this lake of complex of Xochimilco near Mexico City, on difference from most salamanders and that it live frequently. ¿Dónde se encuentran? ¿Dónde los vamos a encontrar? Los animales, ¿dónde viven aquí? Aquí. ¿En qué parte?
Hay un invernadero especial.
Hay una fotografía.
Ajá. ¿Dónde es?
Pero no los vamos a ir a ver.
No, pero...
Por aquí.
He lives in a invernadero in this part of Xochimilco. Bueno, in the red house. And from Xochimilco, that's all.
Yeah, Mr. Campos is telling us that the axolotl is the endemic species and the from Xochimilco. Axolotls, I don't know if they are special creatures They can grow their, pardon me?
They are salamanders.
They are kind of, yeah, salamanders, and they are one of a kind. They happen to lose their tail, they can regrow. The tail can regrow, or the limbs, the legs, arms, they're special. They say that even the brain. ¿Qué más nos quiere decir de los ajolotes?
Pues esto es un animal que el ajolote es uno de los animales endémicos propios y exclusivamente característicos de la localidad de Xochimilco, que desde épocas prehispánicas ha sido el distintivo de nuestra localidad. Y de alguna forma es hoy en día la característica y el distintivo de nuestra localidad.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the symbol of Xochimilco is the axolotl. That is why it's so important. Okay, and Salvador, can you tell us what do you think about living in Xochimilco? Do you like it? Because it is a special place. I mean, you have the honor, you have the honor to live in a place like this. How do you feel? How do you like it? What is your opinion? What do you think?
I like to live in Xochimilco because it's one of the
Marvel of the world.
marvel of the world, and is a place very beautiful to visit.
Hazte para acá. Y claro, lo que tú digas, ahorita tenemos ahí.
Okay. I see that we have house in this part of the principal. Let's see.
The main, how do you say, arroyo, the main river, or the main, no, that's.
They have house, and some people live lives in this part. We coming from his house with a with a trajinera. ¿Cómo se decía?
Vendors.
And vendors. We have vendors from tamales, elotes. We have more than bebidas, drinks, corn, ¿cómo se decía? Esas que son like tiaras. So much have in this part from the vendors. So much on this.
Okay. Thank you, Azul. We are heading to a chinampa. A chinampa is that particular farming, No, gracias, muy amable. Elotes, corn. Yeah, you can have a picnic in Xochimilco. Yeah, as I was telling you, we are heading to a chinampa. So you see the system, the farming system, and but in the meantime, enjoy the ride. Sarita, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes. So as I told you, you can buy lots of foods and things here in Xochimilco. For example, this vendor is carrying Mexican hats, mariachi hats. If you want to take a photo with them in your and you can also buy, for example, stuffed animals or food. Here we are having a little bit of breakfast. So we have a taco, and we also have a pambazo, because these guys are having breakfast. Say hello. Hi. And well, they are selling elotes. And this is very common when you're going to buy something. the small boat gets together with the big boat, and he can offer his goods or whatever the vendor is selling. And if not, you can go and continue your ride on your on your boat. And also it's very common to get together with another family, and you can say buen provecho, right? And well, it's very common here in Xochimilco to have two sides. One is the touristic side, come celebrate your birthday, a party, or just gather with the family, or come and buy in the markets, because they are also greenhouses that sell either food or plants. Here on the left, you're going to see a greenhouse with red flowers, red and white flowers over there. So sometimes you can ask your sailor to stop and get down and buy things. And there are special places here in Xochimilco, like restaurants you can go, or there is also an island with dolls that is scary. It's a funny story. An old man started to collect dolls from trash, and he started to hang them on the trees. And people believed it was because someone died in his family. And now it's one of the spooky experiences you can have here in Xochimilco, because they say these dolls that are dismembered or old or without a part of their face are spooky and scary, and that you can see like ghosts there in that island. But it was just something this man made because he didn't want to feel lonely. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with Rafa. He's going to talk to you about the plants.
I'm gonna talk to you about the flowers. And indeed, there's something interesting about the name of Xochimilco. Xochimilco comes.
Rafa, excuse me, please. Your finger is covering the
Yes,
half of the lens.
yes.
Okay, now thank you.
Well,
Gracias.
Here we can see the greenhouses, and there are flowers. The name of Xochimilco comes from the Nahuatl, an indigenous language, and Xochimilco means the place where the flowers grow. And this makes sense because obviously here we have a lot of flowers. They produce every year a lot of flowers. And that's all for my part. Aquí está el celular.
All right. Yes, and we also have mariachis, as you have seen there. Yes. And these are greenhouses here in Xochimilco that are built over chinampas, which are these platforms Rafael was explaining. Since these platforms are surrounded by water, as you can see, the soil is very rich in nutrients. So there are lots and lots and lots of chinampas here. Some of them are greenhouses, and some of them are lands to grow the plants. And we have like chinampas for flowers or chinampas for food. They are also doing chinampas for organic food, free of fertilizers, right? Nice.
¿Algo más, hermano? ¿Qué te gustaría decir de acá? No, no sé, cobarde, no le saque, mire, ya Rafa ya desinhibió y Azul también.
They are organizing here who's going to talk next, who wants to say something. If you want to ask something, I see a question on the chat. Oh, it just only says good morning. So please don't forget, if you want to send your questions on the chat, we'll be more than happy to answer either about Xochimilco or about what you're seeing at this moment. We'll be more than glad to answer them. How long is this river? It used to be longer. It used to be like 15 kilometers long, but now it's 8 kilometers long. So it has been reduced to to half of its original length. And some of the canals are reserved for touristic purposes, and others are reserved for agriculture. Right. And how long are these waterways and commerce operations? Usually, you can book a ride for about an hour, right? So it has a price of 600 pesos, 1 hour ride officially. But it depends on what you want to do on the ride. It can be longer than that.
Could you please, we need a time back, a team back, sorry, we need a team back. So give us a few minutes to organize the questions and everything, okay? Please.
Yeah, please don't cover the lens. Thank you.
Okay, we are about to get to the greenhouse. It is just 200 meters away. And so we see and we know about the system. They used to grow flowers and grow vegetables and so on. Okay. And okay, dear Edita, we would need you to let us know the time.
Yes, we have 38 minutes past 6.
Okay, so we still
We
have
20
30,
minutes. You have 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 minutes more. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Are they approaching? Mhm.
So yeah, as you can see, this is the greenhouse, and they cultivate flowers. And vamos a bajar, ¿no, verdad? Sí, and we are getting off the trajinera. So you see the Xochimilco is famous. As a matter of fact, it means flower. Flower. Xochimilco means the place of flowers, no? Where the flowers are born. That is the meaning of Xochimilco. Okay. Rafa, algo que quieras decir de acá del. ¿Sí? Ok. ¿Ya te conectaste? Gracias. Hola. Pero, ¿dónde se cultiva, por ejemplo?
Es que es en la parte de acá.
¿Cómo se dice acondicionar? Customized. The place has been customized to sell the products, but originally, well, this is the idea to plant, to grow the flowers. This is just mainly flowers and plants, no vegetables. But okay, this is the general idea.
But maybe you can notice how the soil is really wet. So they have make it comfortable for people to walk, but there are places where the plants are placed under a very wet soil, and they have a back area where the plants are grown. And we have lots of different plants. We have ornamental plants on the front, and we have trees on the back. Right?
Los cultivos están allá atrás.
And back there, behind this store of plants, we have the area where they cultivate the plants. So they are organizing to see if we can go and take a look there, but we cannot promise that. Okay. So let me see questions. Or considers being sold by the locals. Okay, these are plants native of Xochimilco. Yes, we have a native. Someone was asking if they sell native plants of Xochimilco. Sure. For example, this is a very typical plant here in Mexico. You can even see it in paintings by artist Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo. Perdón, ¿saben cuál es el nombre de esta planta?
Es cuna de Moisés.
It's called Cuna de Moisés in Spanish, which is the cradle of Moses in English. And ¿quieren saber de plantas nativas de aquí del área de Xochimilco? Okay, there's also some other plants that are typical from Xochimilco, which is alegría, which is made, used to make a dessert called alegría or happiness, right? It's a grain. And we also have a romero, which is to make, for example, Italian food. uses a lot of romero to make the food spicy. And we also have this section dedicated to bonsais, right? Another typical flower here in Xochimilco is the ones that we have there that are called geraniums. So do you have these kinds of flowers in your country? Let me ask her. Right. Hola, ¿cuál es la flor como más típica de aquí de Xochimilco? Las orquídeas? Okay. So the vendor is telling me that one of the most typical things they grow here in Xochimilco is orquídeas, which are in this section over here. Okay. And we also have other flowers here that are called hortensias. Okay. So, right. And, well, yes.
Ya podemos pasar las preguntas, ¿no?
Right.
¿Te conectaste tú a tu celular?
No,
Okay. I think we are ready to try to answer the questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. ¿O quieren que ya nos subamos otra vez? Okay, the questions. Espérame. Cerrar. Chat. Okay, es que sí necesito que alguien vaya checando las, o sea, yo tengo las preguntas, pero necesito que alguien vaya contestando, por favor. ¿Eh? No, tú no las has visto porque todas las tenemos aquí. Okay, the first question, can you please help me answer? The question is, how long are these water rights and river commerce operational? ¿Por cuánto tiempo han existido? ¿No?
No, ¿qué tal largas son?
¿Qué tan largas? Ya, ¿qué tan largas? No, claro. ¿Qué tan largos son los viajes? It depends. The ride depends on your needs, your time. Yeah, the ride depends. It can last up to 4 hours, for example, from 1 hour to 4 hours. ¿Nos regresamos para ir contestando mientras vamos viendo? Ok, bueno, pues yo creo que le seguimos y vamos contestando las preguntas acá. Next question, how long is this river? ¿Qué tan largo es el río? Uy.
La longitud de los canales cuesta de 20 kilómetros.
20 kilómetros.
kilómetros de-
Ese sí lo
en
puedes
toda la
decir
que-
tú. Ok, Salvador, dile, de canals. Los canales son, the canals are 20 kilometers total.
The canals are 20 kilometers total.
Okay. Yeah, canals are, it is a group of different canals all around the place, and the total length is 20 kilometers. Gracias. Gracias. And the next question, are motors boats allowed? Are motors boats allowed? Esa la puede contestar Salvador, ¿se permiten los botes de motor? No. Pues a ver, dile no. Motor boats are not allowed.
Motorboats are not allowed.
Allowed. Fuerte.
Motorboats are not allowed.
No. Motorboats no. Only trajineras. Only trajineras. Tenemos una flor, qué bonito. Al rato bajamos a comprar. Ahorita me estoy reprimiendo. Okay, next question, guys. What is the difference about a river and a canal? ¿Quién puede responder esta? Azul, Rafa. La diferencia entre un río y un canal.
Pero no se puede hablar.
Ok, voy a cerrar el chat. Esa, ¿la puedes contestar, Rafa, por favor? Sí.
Well, the difference is that river or river? River?
River.
A river is not is artificial, and that's the no, the difference.
Yes, this was artificial water that was deviated and organized to make like streets of water and organized chinampas in squares or blocks of earth, right? So, yes, another question.
Okay. And ¿quién quiere contestar de la comida? ¿Quién quiere contestar de la comida? Gracias, ahorita no, al ratito, muy amable. Gracias. Gracias, es que estamos ahorita en una clase. Gracias, qué amable. Comida típica de Xochimilco, ¿quién quiere contestar? Tlacoyos, ok. Corn, ok, azul, vas.
The famous food in Xochimilco. The famous food in Xochimilco is the tlacoyos, the corns, sí, se dice esquites, ¿verdad? Esquites, old Mexican food, traditional. Yes, everything that have corn and all food Mexican traditional. It's the most important. And fungus, yes, is the most important food in this part from Xochimilco. The food is the most traditional that in another part from Mexico. And that's all.
Vocabulario.
Do they sell native plants in Xochimilco? Yeah. Sarita, do you want to answer? Okay. Native plants.
Sorry. Yes, as I was explaining you, there are lots of native plants here in Mexico. For example, romero, which is used for Italian food, and it's called rosemary in English, I think. And also flor de cempasúchil, that it's a very typical flower that we use on Day of the Dead, is also cultivated here in Xochimilco. And they also cultivate Moises cradle, the one that I show you in the greenhouse, and geranios. And there was another one. Oh yes, amaranto, which is used to make this typical dessert in Mexico called alegría, which if you translate alegría into English means happiness or happy, right? Oh, do you remember I was telling you about the House of the Dolls? That's a representation. This is not the original one, the one that you're looking at there. That's one representation of the House of the Dolls, but it's not the original one. Right?
Okay.
I see Robert trees and fiddle leaf. I'm sorry, I can't tell. I can tell the difference between from one tree to another.
Yes, okay.
Can you teach us how to call the boat in Spanish? A ver, pero repiten. Claro que sí. A ver, repiten después de mí. No, es la clase de español. Es la clase de español.
Sí.
Trajinera. Trajinera.
Trajinera.
Trajinera, exacto. Ese es el nombre. That is the name of the boat. Trajinera. Repitan después de mí. Trajinera.
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 Muy bien, 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 bien. ¿Les gustan las trajineras? Do you like trajineras?
Sí.
Sí.
Corn, corn,
Me
corn, and more
gusta.
corn. Yeah, we are Mexican people are made of corn. That is the origin. Exactly. The passenger capacity. Well, this is a huge trajinera. How many people? Salvador, ¿cuánta gente cabe aquí? How many people?
20 persons in one trajinera.
Aha, this is a big one. 20 people, 20 riders. Look at that, okay. Any other question? Do you have any other question or comments or whatever you want to say?
There is, what is the passenger capacity?
20, she said
20.
20, Edith.
Okay, okay. I just
Do they call it 20 or 20?
20.
20.
20. Bien, allí
20.
viene una trajinera. All trajineras have a name. Can you tell me the name of the oncoming trajinera? Read the name of the trajinera. What is the name?
I haven't seen yet. We need to
No?
approach a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrea?
Exactly. Andrea is a popular
Andrea.
name, a beautiful name.
Uh-huh.
And this, our beautiful trajinera also has a name.
Carmela.
Carmela. Ah,
Carmelita.
Carmelita. Ah.
Por favor.
Carmelita. Uh-huh.
Salvador, who is
Carmelita.
Carmelita? Who is Carmelita?
Is it the owner or the wife?
Exactly. Because remember that the trajinera is Salvador's family, and the name Carmelita is one of his relatives. Who is Carmelita? My aunt.
My aunt.
Fuerte. My aunt.
My aunt.
Eso. Carmelita is Salvador's aunt. Okay?
Oh, okay.
She's Carmelita.
Carmelita.
Any other questions or comments?
Or maybe we do it the other way around, because these children, I mean, the students who are here, as I said, are the award-winning school. It's the award-winning school. And maybe you would like to ask them about this mangrove compared to canals, something like that. If you would like to ask, maybe you can also ask them. You can ask.
Okay. Before that, yes, you asked, one of the questions is if you can make events. Yes, of course. For example, if I want to organize my birthday party, I can come and rent trajinera and have the party. As you can see, there are mariachis, marimba, there is music all around, and food and drinks, and yeah, of course. And as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of having my birthday party in Xochimilco.
You should invite us.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing, Edita, is that if my students have questions about the mangroves in Philippines,
Yeah. About yes, because it's also
and the project.
The project. Maybe they would like to ask about the mangrove, and if they would like to ask, they must not.
Preguntar. Sure. Salvador, del proyecto que están haciendo, si quieren preguntar, porque son estudiantes como ustedes que están haciendo.
My question would be, what is the project for?
So who would like to answer that?
Come on, BBNHS students, you may answer that. You know the answer.
Oh, we are now in the exchange.
¿A ti se te ocurre alguna pregunta sobre su proyecto de los manglares de ellos? Después pregunta. Está en la cámara de atrás.
I have a question that it is the most important manglar from he is investigating this. Who is?
Angelica, can you answer the question?
Haciendo todo la labor
Angelica?
del proyecto escolar. Está muy interesante. Sí, 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 sí. Y finalmente, son las
Who have been joining us in almost all of our planting meetups.
al final de cuentas,
It's a
es importante.
it's a investigator from all the plants or from this part, Manglares.
Salva, maybe you can start it off with the kids
Yes,
so they
yes,
can
yes.
follow suit.
Yeah.
Uh, hello, good morning. So we have also started a certain project. We call it One Bakawan. Bakawan is a Tagalog term for mangrove. And one is, of course, an English word which means one means unity for one Bakawan in us. And we refer it also to one as in a person. We refer to a certain Filipino. So it's a one Bakawan. And that project, of course, is started a decade ago, which aims to bring back the greens along the river banks because in that time there was a dredging along the river, so the clogged rivers are dredged so that the city would be flood free. And yet of course we have sacrificed some species, which is of course the living things along rivers. So with that, because of a certain passion of bringing back greens along riverbanks and bringing back lives along riverbanks, so we have decided to plant a very clean intention of planting mangroves along riverbanks. And of course, with the initiative of our present principal that time, with Mom Linda Ventinilla, yeah, our principal in that year, we have intensified the planting of mangroves and extended from one place to another place, completing the about 2 kilometers.
Oh, fine.
For that.
How many trees have you planted?
It's about during the time that in every planting activity, yeah, in every planting activity that we are doing, we are planting about 3,000 to 7,000 mangrove propagules.
So, a lot.
Because the mortality rate is 50%.
So around 1,500 per planting.
Yeah, yeah.
If you plant 3,000, half of it.
Yeah, we are assured of 1,005.
So yeah. So maybe Alexa, maybe you can tell them that this project is all about planting trees in the mangrove. Yeah.
Are there strict rules implemented in ensuring cleanliness within the canal? Well, that is an issue. The pollution of the canals. People are trying to keep the canals clean and clear, but well, that is an issue. It is an issue that people are facing, and they haven't solved yet. Okay, but sorry, can you repeat the other question? I was answering the one from the chat. Did you have any other question?
Any other questions? So
I think we have.
So is there any other question or you would like to add about this tour and about what you learned and what you can take with you for your project? I mean, what have you learned from this tour, which you can use for your mangrove project?
Come on, dear students, don't be shy. It's just Tita Edith, Teacher Edith.
They're sleepy.
Yes.
Because I understand. It
Yes,
is late.
yes.
It's almost 1 o'clock.
Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's ask now, Mrs. Malanum for them so she could answer. Is there anything which you can which you learned, which you can which could enrich your project later, or which you could implement? Could you please tell us if there are any?
In
If there
this,
I'm sorry.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess in this virtual tour that the tour that we have for in this floating garden, the commerce, it's trading, the business, of course, is very evident, and it became, this one is a really place of ecotourism. So in our case, we can adopt a certain part wherein we can put ecotourism also, Ma'am Lynn, for
Yeah, actually, we have an area for a river cruise, but due to politics, there were some problems. It stopped, but there was for quite some time there was this river cruise there. There is that long stretch of river where there are different varieties of mangroves, and there were also some, I think, historical spots where there were railroad tracks, like a bridge of with railroad tracks, and I guess if only we could adapt also this kind of what we have seen here. Like, for example, it's not just for seeing the mangroves, but also maybe there are stations where we can do business. Okay, but I think the only problem is that the policy of not polluting the river, because if you do business, you cannot just simply discipline people from really keeping the waters clean. So I think business is a factor. When there are many people around, they simply would just throw their garbage here and there, and there will be a problem of pollution. But if and only if we can really impose discipline among ourselves, then I think this will be a good thing to do. Aside from sightseeing, then of course we can do business, entertainment, something like that. So this is a good thing. This is very colorful. We love it.
Yeah, I would like to add that what Mrs. Malanum said at the start, that it would be a kind of start to how to identify the plants which are growing in the mangrove, aside from the trees and so on, that you could perhaps conduct a study about it specifically in the mangrove. Yeah. So is there any other things which you would like to add?
Yeah, because I'm running out of battery.
Yes. Okay,
so
now
I
it's
think it is
1909. Okay, so time. We would like to say thank you. Thank you so much for the students of Mexico, Zara and Alexa, and also especially for the owner of the boat, all the students, Mexican students. I hope one day you could come to the Philippines and visit the mangrove.
Yes.
I think you will be accommodated if you will do that. Yeah, and thank you so much for Salvacion for arranging this. It's very, very kind and for your interest. Lynn, very nice that you made it this time. Thank you. And Safi. And may I know again the name of the family, please?
The family, this is Mr. Campos.
Mr. Campos. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Y Salvador, de verdad, muchas gracias también de nosotros. Lots of thanks from us too, because they are giving us the chance to have this right. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much for came. And the students.
Y si hay algo que quieran preguntar, in case you have any questions or you need any further information, please ask and we'll get the information. We can exchange if that is possible to exchange information. Because I mean, we didn't have time to prepare questions about the mangroves and all the project. We know the project and we want to congratulate you because it is a brilliant, amazing project. Congratulations. And in case you have any questions or you need any further information from Xochimilco, please go ahead and feel free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muchas gracias. And maybe just to add, maybe the two of you in the future could have a project, like a comparative project between Xochimilco Canal and a mangrove. Maybe
exactly.
It's really interesting. So you can both exchange your students and the students of the school of Bukid National High School. Once again, thank you so much, Tatapi. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the students, we promise we deliver the counter offer.
Yeah.
Wings never fail. Wings always deliver. So you can bank on that. Right.
Bye, adios.
Bye, Alexa. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Salvacion.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salvacion, thank you so much. So kind. And I hope
Thank you.
a very good.
Thank you, my dear
Salvacion.
students. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
All the students.
Thank you.
And
Oh. So you speak Japanese? Watashi mo Nihongo yanashimasu.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias. Tamat. Ayan na. I speak Japanese.
Yeah, gracias, señora.
Gracias. Gracias.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, yes.
Thank you in the Philippines.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Walang anuman po.
Okay. Yeah. I will call you, Alexandra and Sarah.
Claro,
We will talk next week. For the meantime, you enjoy your cruise.
The tour. The ride. The cruise.
And the day. We did it. Yeah.
I'm buying flowers. I'm buying flowers now.
Oh, that's lovely. That would be very lovely. Yeah.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. So, gracias.
Hasta la vista. Gracias.
Qué bonito.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Konbanwa.
Good night.
Thank
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Rumor sabog.
Sabog time, no?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You all.
Si Maymat. Bugip ka lama.
Sige kayo, naka-record kayo. Mas kayo dyan.
Nakatulog ako nun.
Naka-record.
I'm sorry.
Hindi burahin natin.
Ang popogi ng mga student ni Ma'am Salva, ma'am.
Siyempre.
Bari-bari.
Diba?
Ang gani, madam.
Wala natin sa kalamot.
Dahil naman kayo, ayun yung magsalita eh.
Ma'am, mayroon sa straight English.
Ang sabi, nasaan eh?
Nagkakape kasi kami